What's going on, guys? I'm gonna be doing a little bit more pond fishing today, and we just had a little sprinkling out. Right now it's nice and clear and flat. Hopefully we can catch some of the bigger fish that live in this pond. I've seen some really impressive sized fish in here, but I haven't caught them yet. Let's get to it. Now in this pond there isn't really much of a food source in here other than other largemouth bass. As far as I've seen, and I've been looking quite closely at this pond, the only fish in here are largemouth bass, and so that makes for a really interesting food chain. All of the bigger fish that are in here, other than things like frogs, and really that's all about it. The only other thing that most of the bigger fish can eat in here are other largemouth bass. So it's really interesting. The only problem with there being largemouth bass in here and nothing to prey on the eggs like bluegill or some other small species is that all the bass that are born in here, as of right now, kind of stunt at about between 5 and 7 inches. So one thing that's really been on my mind is I should probably work on managing this pond a little bit. You know, taking some of the smaller fish out because they're becoming overpopulated and stunted, and adding another species to coexist with them, to possibly help prey on the younger fish and to give the bigger fish a source of food. I'm not sure though what would be the best choice for a species to add, and I do apologize for the wind noise. So although bluegill would seem like a great choice, I'm not entirely sure how it would do in a pond this small. I mean, I can cast about 3/4 of the way across this with boring regularity. You know, it's not a huge pond. It is fairly deep. It does get to about between 10 and 15 feet in the middle, and it drops down quite rapidly after the bank here. So, I mean, I'm like 5 feet off the bank and I'm standing in about 6 feet of water, or standing over about 6 feet of water. So it's not like there isn't a lot of water, it's just not a very wide expanse of water. So, if you got to this point in the video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, maybe leave me some suggestions for possible fish species that would coexist with the bass really well in a pond of this size. See, I'm seeing big fish make big splashes on the surface, but they don't seem to want my lures. I've been trying a lot of things. Right now I'm just kind of going with those reliable, but I've been going back and forth a lot. I haven't had much consistent success because there really isn't a large number of fish over like a pound in this pond. Although I have seen some that would probably top 3 pounds. And I think that's where the major issue for management with this pond comes in. Because whoever owned this before really didn't spend much time managing it. They just kind of let the fish do their own thing. There we go. It's a little one. Little dude, but this is the first fish I've landed. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I'm seeing probably literally hundreds of these little fish, and while seeing a lot of babies is generally a good thing, I think I'm seeing a little too many of them. And like I said before, I also need some sort of species in here that will act as forage for the bigger fish and a predator for the little fish. Not necessarily that small, I'm talking about the ones that hatch every year when they're about this big. Yeah, those guys. So guys, as much as I wanted to catch a good sized fish out of that pond, it's just proving to be tough. I've been trying for quite a while, and it's just, there's very few big fish compared to all the small ones, and I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, I guess the main point of this video is that I'm planning to start really managing the pond better, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what needs to be done. You know, I know I'm going to need to add a new species of some sort to the pond, to give it better diversity and a better working ecosystem so that all the largemouth don't stunt as much. I know I'll also need to take out some of the smaller ones just because they are so overpopulated right now. So if you have any suggestions, hit me up with the comments. I will be happy to read them and talk to you about them. If you like this video, leave a like and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys viewing and liking and commenting and subscribing. So thank you all, and I'll see you in the next video.